But yeah, this is easily one of my favourite Sleeptoken songs.
It's so funny because this is the song I showed you first, do you remember?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get it. I needed to have progressed it.
Yeah.
I reckon that breakdown would have scared me off. That's also 2?
No, I don't think so. I've listened to this album so many times. I was just thinking about... Anyway.
It's fair. But I think because this album was such an instant hit, at least with me, I've not looked up the lyrics to any of these songs.
Oh, it's good.
Here come these palm trees. Acting like you know me, acting like you want me from me, here to get below me. Never mind the death threats, hiding at the door, and rather be 6 feet under than be lonely. And if you ever... God, it's so good.
Yeah. I think I've got, good thoughts.
Fair. And this is the second time now that we've mentioned, because I think it was Glass on the Dashboard was...
Marks on the dashboard. It's in dark.
It's, yeah.
Dark signs, I think.
Marks on the dashboard, glass on the street.
Yeah. And I remember I showed you this song and you were like, why does anybody who listens to metal like this song? And I was like, you just have to understand the power of a good breakdown, which this has in spades.
Yes, I agree.
Here we go. God.
Well, sometimes says it's time for apples. Whee!
So great.
But I feel like whenever those breakdowns happen, because it's not really my genre with the breakdowns, I always feel like I'm like someone's mum and like they have a teenage son, and I'm there at their concert going, yay!
Just showing support.
100%. And he's told me I have to do these things.
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, do the apples! Straight up masterpiece. Oh.
Granite.
My God, I don't think that was good for the microphone. I
That's
apologize.
fine. That's what this cover is for.
Oh, is that what that's for?
Stop the pops and the...
Oh, I thought it was to keep dust out of it.
Sure.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Granite.
I hope that this is someone's favourite song, because it's definitely one of my favourite songs.
I'm sure it's someone's favourite.
I never see it come up on like the, you know, when they do like the pit the songs against each other, or like list your top favourite songs.
Like we're doing?
Yes.
Like we're doing, which you should subscribe, like, and share if you would like to see more ranking of these songs, because we're getting through it.
Yes, yeah, we're coming close.
Yes, 100%.
But yeah, this is easily one of my favourite Sleeptoken songs.
It's so funny because this is the song I showed you first, do you remember?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get it. I needed to have progressed it. I reckon that breakdown would have scared me off. Like I said, just the oh yeah, you know, like it's too far.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But now, dope.
Yes.
Now, if we start going down the chain.
Going down the lyrical chain here.
Now, based on the lore that I essentially ripped off from you last episode, and if you haven't seen it when we did the summoning,
go back.
Just go back.
Yeah.
This is now, so he's met this girl at a party, he's made this dream version of her, they've finally started dating, and he's kind of stood back and been like, oh, you're batshit crazy, and this is actually not good, but he still can't, I was going to say extradite?
Expedite?
Extract.
Expedite, that's it. He can't expedite himself from the situation.
Yeah.
He chooses not to, because there's still some sections where he's like, I love this, but other parts where he's like, that's no. And so I feel like the sulfur on your breath, I've seen that said in like many different ways. I think it is mean words. Mean words on your breath, granite in my chest, like a heaviness.
Sure.
Because while I love being with you, it also makes me quite anxious and nervous. And you won't ever have to talk about it, and you'll never want to talk about it. We'll never kind of talk about the things that are wrong with our relationship. We'll just kind of go through it.
So you believe metaphor to the car crash?
What do you mean?
You believe it's a metaphor for a car crash rather than a car crash?
No, I think there's going to be a car crash.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Yes.
Yeah, line for line, it is essentially just him talking about the relationship. Reason dislocates, you know, like we're having these arguments. Neither of us really remember why we started them. Yeah.
Yep. You don't have any more?
No, I do, but it's a very long song.
Yeah. Okay, but you can finish because I
mean, for me,
yes,
it's never mind the death threats partying at the door. We'd rather be 6 feet under than be lonely. For me, that kind of encapsulates. There we go. I was like, encapsulates?
Encapulate.
The Capulets. That encapsulates the entire thing.
Mm.
Bessel would rather be in this toxic relationship than be on his own, which I think is a very normal and human thing. But
he's been alone for too long.
That's exactly it, you know. But he doesn't quite understand what is and isn't normal because, you know, you could have come and spoken to me about the problem that you were having before you started getting all aggressive and controlling, and then you just drink a whole lot. So,
okay.
With the water that you'll only drink when it's holy.
I get you. Now I just got your symbolism there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like that's mainly it. It is just him kind of essentially dropping all these hints that he is in this abusive relationship.
But so is there a car crash here for you or not? That's my question.
Oh, I see. You mean overall?
Yeah. Or is the relationship the car crash?
I never thought of the relationship as a car crash. I always thought because he talks about the alcohol and then he talks about, so keep an eye on the road or we'll both be here forever. I kind of imagined that was a drink driving reference.
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, unsure.
Yeah, okay. Well, I disagree.
I'm very keen how you sleep into this one.
Okay, no, there's not a lot of sleep here. That's the point.
Okay.
Like remembering that like I said to you before, if this is the beginning of the relationship, the actual actions, it doesn't have anything to do with sleep here.
Right.
At all. This is chokehold is to do with sleep because it's a prologue to a story about a thing that happened prior to meeting sleep.
I get you.
Right?
I get you.
There's no sleep here, I'm saying. So, I'm going to take you down 3 separate paths at the same time, though. Here. Okay.
Everyone buckle up.
Number 1 is a car crash.
Okay.
Right? Which has been referenced many times in many songs.
Yes.
Without getting too deep into it, it's a very big part of Euclid. If my fate is a bad collision, in mine, we're going to collide.
Yes. Yeah.
So, these...
And we haven't done Euclid, but we have done mine and we have done Dark Signs.
Yes.
So if you do want to go back and have a look, you can go and we'll still be here when you want to come back and continue.
There's a playlist. You could just be watching on a playlist, all of them at once, and just jump. Yeah. So, okay. So with that in mind, right, I believe their relationship to have been explosive enough to be compared to a car crash.
I get you.
I believe there to have potentially been a car crash because of drink driving.
Right.
And I believe that there is a I can't think of the word right now. An allegory about the relationship being compared to what's happened in the earliest parts. Like, let me just break this down
I
for
feel
you.
like I should have been drawing that out on the Remarkable. But go on.
Sulfur on your breath
Mm-hmm.
is also bad breath.
Sure.
It is the morning after we've just slept together.
Okay. Yeah.
The first time. Morning breath.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Granite in my chest is the heaviness that I feel
Mm-hmm.
in this situation. I'm really nervous because I've just done this thing that I was desperate to do in the last song, right?
Yes.
Now I'm going to rewind again, and sulfur on your breath is bad words,
Mm-hmm.
and granite in my chest is the heaviness that I feel from the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
And potentially even the fact that because he has now slept with her, he's taken the relationship a step further.
Yes.
When he knows he probably shouldn't have.
Correct. Sulfur on your breath the last time is essentially, the alcohol, and the granite is the ground on his chest.
I get you.
From
I
the
get
car
you.
crash,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
So that's the three sort of angles I'm taking. I'm not going to do every line like this because it would take too long.
Yeah.
But if you take those first two lines and look at it from those three angles, every one of them makes sense, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I got angry. You were angry about something,
Mm-hmm.
and
But you didn't want to talk about it.
well, yeah, correct. You just wanted to have sex with me
Mhm.
because I'm nothing, just a body in your passenger seat.
Yes.
But you don't want to have a relationship, so we're not going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're going to keep pretending like this isn't weird or that we don't have some kind of issue.
Exactly.
And we'll just kind of keep sleeping with each other and act like this is, like we're both getting something fulfilling out of this relationship, even though you're annoyed because I keep pushing for more and I'm annoyed because you keep pushing back.
Exactly. And it's so reminiscent to me of so many things we spoke about in Sundowning, right?
Yeah.
This whole, the relationship feels kind of one-sided.
The relationship works at night when we're sleeping together, but during the day it all kind of falls apart.
Yeah. And then the other part is this. There's a lot of things here that make me think this is also potentially from Eden's perspective.
Okay.
Because you go half blind when you're looking at me is in reference to the things that we've just had in the summoning, which is like him being so enamored with her.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care what she's like.
Yeah.
And Eden is saying here, like, also, I was just a body in your passenger seat. You don't care about me so much, maybe just the physical aspect.
Because
you're going blind.
Because you'd rather be dead than be lonely.
Exactly. And then you're not paying attention to the road because of that, and we have this accident.
Mm-hmm.
That was the fate of this thing. I just find there to be so much wrapped up in this song.
Yes.
In so many angles, to me, in my head. But to give it an overall picture, I believe that these two people have had sex, and this is both beginning and middle and potentially end of this relationship.
I get you.
All at the same time. The first time they slept together, the arguments they have halfway through, and then this car crash, which potentially brings the whole thing to a head. Because you've given me nothing whatsoever but a reason to leave. Doesn't sound like something that you normally say in a happy relationship.
Yes.
But it's also something that... you haven't done enough to make me want to stay in this relationship. You also haven't done enough to make me interested in starting this relationship.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
To me, there's this time flux thing going on quite heavily here, and I find it to be extremely badass.
It's a different kind of creativity, and I think we've discussed it before how listening to someone be creative makes you want to be creative. But I feel like this is on such a different level.
It's just very cleverly written, and it's a payoff as well, based on all the previous songs and some of this stuff. It works so well because I've listened to all of the other things,
Yes.
right? So to me, I have this background story to it now where I believe this one sits, and so it's a very interesting song lore-wise for Dave.
I really like palm trees.
Yeah, she loves a good palm tree.
I love a good palm tree song.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I think essentially, yes.
Good. All right, rankings. So we started talking just as we were off camera a little bit, and we were saying that you were saying that you're feeling like your explanations aren't as detailed anymore as we got to this album.
Because I think you're right. Because it's not surreal. Sorry, I just popped a Malteser.
Pop a dump.
Because it's not surreal anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because even the metaphors, they're not flat, they're not simplistic, but like
I think
something like dripping crimson on the carpet. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need to be dissected.
I think
quite
it's
as much.
Just that this song is just about a bad relationship. There's not a massive amount of thing there if you're not looking at maybe where I am, which is like this 3-track
this
of like
3-dimensional
exactly
story.
where I exist in a different plane at the moment with this song. But yeah, if you don't have that to it, then it's sort of you know.
It is a man describing his bad relationship, and to be fair,
potentially a car crash.
Yes, or a car crash of a relationship.
Yeah.
I think though on a different kind of perspective, it is interesting to see, and at least it's always interesting for me, for when men describe the abusive relationships that they get into, because it's not something that we usually attribute to men being in. So
Yeah.
it is very interesting to hear him kind of say these very clear markers of an abusive relationship, death threats at the door and such like that. So I think good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good, but for me, I can't analyze it all that much because there's not that much for me to analyze.
I get you. I understand.
I don't work in 3 dimensions, so
I do. And no.
Where will you rank it?
Where do I rank it? In this dimension, this plane?
Yes. On the 2D plane that is the ranking sheet.
We got to make some moves again.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's why we got the moving tool.
It's just hard. I think where I'm going, so I'd like to take Descending.
Yep.
And I'd like to move that down. I'm sorry.
No, all good. I've got to move something else.
Yeah,
first.
Bloodsport and The Love You Want need to both move down 1.
Oh my God, The Love You Want. See how far down it is.
It's a great song. I still really like it. It's just, and then Descending is going to go potentially at 23. Yeah. And then if you could please take. Oh, this is really hard.
Yep.
I can't. God.
It had palm trees and apples.
I hear you. All right. I'm happy for this to sit. Can you please move Say That You Will from 17 to 16? We're moving up. And could you please put Granite at 17? But this is really, we're up to the hard choices here. This is really starting to get quite difficult. And I'm not 100% sure that my list is massively reflective of where I am anymore. I have no idea what's at 31. I don't know. Anyway, I can't think about that right now. Granite is at 17.
It's hard because this is, while Atlantic is my favourite album.
Yes.
I always call it Atlantic.
You mean
now.
This Place Will Become You Too?
Because Tomb is my favourite album.
Yes.
Tomb is my favourite album, but I like more songs on Eden. I just like the songs on Tomb more. So it is very hard to rank. If we'd maybe done it the other way around, it might have been easier.
Yeah.
But we did it chronologically.
Yes, yeah. I think in trilogy order.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So just in terms of justifications, it is technically in the top 50%.
Okay.
Okay? Because the lore is so strong.
Right.
The music is good too. I enjoy it. It's got a great breakdown in it, right? But lore-wise, lore is what's carrying this song, in my opinion. It's a big part of what pushes it. And I don't know if you noticed how excited I was explaining all that, but very. And because I've had so much time to think about it, and that's all. So yeah, that's why it is top 50% for me, and I like it. But yeah, lore-wise, it's really heavy for me. Heavily weighted. Maybe that's the better term.
Yeah.
It's not heavy, but it's heavily weighted. Anyway, Suzanne.
Right. Granite. Pardon me. So for me, I'm going to have to move so many of those top songs.
You can't move take aim, I assume.
My baby take aim, of course not. Unless it's moving up. Law-wise for me, it works.
Yes.
Abusive relationship, or toxic relationship, should I say.
Yep.
Because they're both kind of toxic to each other. Incompatible is probably a politer term. So law-wise, works for me. Song, there's
the palm trees.
Well, there's an almost rap in there, which I love. Like, between that and Rain, oh, come on now. Yeah, so for me, it's great. Yeah, there's palm trees, which, you know, I love the palm trees, because there's even the swaying palm
You got a
trees.
bit of sway and a bit of palm.
These are a little hula hoop one. Anyway.
Yeah. It's pretty deep in that analogy.
Yes. So right now I'm going to put it at... Do I like it more than the love you want?
That's how she tests. She tests by giving it a quick hum. And don't forget to test sugar.
Yeah, see, but it's still all the way down there.
Okay.
I think maybe because you can't get a full swing on sugar.
No, you usually do this.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
But see, it's only
below the,
That's it. No,
below the head. Okay.
If you agree with
Tell us where you sway when it comes to sugar.
Yes.
And where the movement gets to when you get to, say, Granite.
Yes. If you've got the whole... And the hips are going too, you just can't see them. Do I like it more than the love you want?
It's a tough one.
I like Chokehold, but there's no way that I like Chokehold and Granite.
I was very surprised that you put Chokehold at 7.
I really enjoy Chokehold.
Yeah.
Because I'll usually go Chokehold. I will skip the song.
Oh, you can't!
And then go straight to Granite.
Can't skip the song. Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. Aggression.
One guy told me it was blasphemous, and I was like, I'm sorry.
It is.
I'm sorry. I do love Hypnosis. I can't put it at 9, though, and I can't put it at 6. I've got to move Chokehold.
But do you like it more than Hypnosis?
That is a big question. Do I like Granite more than Hypnosis?
These are the questions. This is tough. I just want you guys to know. I know that some people are watching this and they're like, this is taking forever.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, but you've clicked off the video and that's fine. But I'm saying, you try. You get to this. We have done how many songs now? That's 24, that's 25, 26, 27 songs. You put all 27 and you tell me where it's supposed to go, knowing what's coming in through the rest of this album. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I have to move Chokehold. But I love you, Chokehold.
All you have to do is find a place for it now.
That's it.
The hardest decisions are still to come.
I just don't want the songs to be mad at me.
They're not going to be mad at you. It's okay. It's all right.
I mean, I don't care if Give is mad at me.
Yeah.
Okay, I think... Oh, actually, and I wanted to move Telomeres up. I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, this is actually quite a nice song.
I'm sure that someone will like that.
My beloved.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to I'll figure it out. I'll just figure it out.
Sure. Okay, good. Thank you. I like it. Let's keep going.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you're still here at the end, we forgot to mention... Oh, did we mention it? We may have mentioned it.
I think it was the last one, not this one.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
And please comment. We love reading your comments. We love reading them on here. We love reading them on the shorts.
I love reading them there, or in a tunnel, or in the rain.
Or on a mouse, or with a fox.
Or in a house inside of a box. Dr. Zeus.
We have a toddler.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.